was talking about Justin.
I know that. I'm saying you have someone to shout out.
Hey man, I ain't doing shit. So I want to give a quick shout out to my apartment. I cleaned it up real nice yesterday. It's looking spick and span right now. No guarantees what happens when I come back Monday because my roommate's kind of a slob, so we'll see.
Kind of a slob.
Kind of a slob. There's a difference between being messy and being a slob.
What's the difference?
Messy, you might leave some clothes around. Slob, it's like you don't really clean and like you eat food and like sometimes the food might like hit the ground or something like that. You might pick up the food, but you're not like scrubbing it to get the sauce off. You know what I'm saying? So it's that slob versus, oh, I got a bunch of clothes everywhere. Let me just pick that up. Messy shit.
All right, I'll take that. I guess I'll take that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could be a little messy. I have hats all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my hats, put in my room. But me having my hat there is not gonna bring in bugs.
All right, yeah, I got that. That makes sense to me. I fuck with that one way better.
You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? You catching what I'm throwing? You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to say I ain't catching nothing you throwing, but yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
I mean, it's uncatchable. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing 100 miles per hour.
Chill out. Save all that for the new girl. Oh man.
Yeah. What should we get like? Should we announce you got a girl? Like, are we throwing that out there? Like, is it?
No. It's summer just started, bro. We gotta be low key.
I'm about to say
I just wanted to hear your reaction.
If we're recording, bro, we gotta keep that. You gotta keep that in the wraps.
That man was about to lose it.
I was like, hey, yo.
No, I just want to see what you said because if you said yeah, I would have been like, damn, that's real serious.
Dude, I mean, like. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, if y'all know me,
yeah,
and some of my viewers and followers know me, and if I'm cutting off on the sides for the main one, it's real. That's all I gotta say. I'm just keep it right there, all right?
Straight from the book of toxicity. I love it.
I follow Proverbs toxicity 1v1.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Ready? Hold on.
The book of future.
I just want to make sure that you get your face in.
The book of toxicity. The book of toxicity 1-1.
You like that one, huh?
That was hilarious. Why would I talk a girl single and compete with some? It's so funny because I did this shit one time actually. But like it wasn't their girlfriend, it was like their friend. It was like the girl they hooked up with before.
Yeah.
And so he was mad at me for a little bit, but we good now. So I was about to send. I was sending this out to a bunch of people, and I'm just like, oh shit, I almost sent it to him, and I'm like, oh fuck, that would have been so bad.
Right back in that goddamn doghouse. Hey, did
facts.
you see Doctor Strange yet?
I did not.
No, I'm literally going after this. I'm going to see Doctor Strange. Chill out.
Go watch that.
You're going to see it after the show?
Yeah, I'm literally my girl's gonna pull up and then we're gonna go get some food.
See how he said my girl?
My
right?
girl.
I
yeah.
don't know. I think you fucking.
Hey yo. I mean, yo.
This
This fine individual that's pulling up.
Okay.
In the bed, she might be there.
Look at him mumbling, stumbling, bumbling, all that shit.
All right. Before we start, real quick, tell me if this is true, right? All right. So this is what I think of movie dates. I think when you were younger, the movie date was like the go-to, like to break the ice. Like that's like, one of the first things like you might suggest, like, let's go to a movie, something like that. When you get older, I think that's how like you like the person and you're serious because you're like, yo, let's just fucking chill and go throw on some sweats, go watch a movie. Let's chill. We don't got to go out. We don't got to do nothing. Let's just go hang out and chill. I think that's how like you like somebody. Because like I feel like when I got older and started dating, that wasn't like, it stops becoming like your go-to for like the first thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's a movie you like.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. So it's like, okay, I think that. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's the signs.
I mean, I don't know what y'all was doing when you went to the movies when you were younger, but we used to do these groups, right? Like, when you're in middle school, it's like, I like this one girl and her group of friends.
Yeah, you bring the group. Yeah,
we gonna go so our parents don't think nothing crazy.
Right.
But you really on the side doing I did this.
Oh, you so lame for that shit.
Remember, it'd be the biggest deal, like who sat next to each other.
I didn't get any.
You would try to.
I actually remember there was a fight that broke out one time in the Randolph Showcase Cinema just because
classic
one dude
Randolph classic.
Bro, it was fucking hilarious because dude couldn't go sit next to this one girl that he was talking to, bro. They were one seat over, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't moving." They just started scrapping. I'll never forget that. That shit always funny to me, man.
This dude had it planned the whole way, and now he can't sit next to it. His whole night's getting ruined. You don't even care about the movie.
That's fucking hysterical.
What the fuck happened last night in the NBA?
Yeah, let's kick it off because we got about.
Oh yeah, you go to your intro, Jay. You got it.
We haven't done an intro in a while.
Oh, we're doing an intro.
All right, we'll do an intro.
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back.
Hello.
Episode 29 of the Trenches, coming at you live from the headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. As always, Jay Fine, SK, Don Gordon coming at you, remote from New York. We got episode 29. Got a couple things to talk about, right? We got a couple Boston sports teams playing right now. We got a couple things in the news on the way here. I got a notification that something was up with Jerry Jeudy, which you seem to have heard about. I haven't heard about it yet. So, but I don't know what happened, but I saw in a group chat a friend text and say, I'm team Jerry Jeudy. I stand with Jerry. So I don't know what happened, but it sounds like
It's
already picking sides, Justin.
I don't know
all the facts.
I don't know what happened. Well, I don't know what happened, but I'm saying it doesn't sound like it was something like he drove drunk and killed somebody type of situation. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like it's an up for debate type of what happened.
Could be a lot of things.
So I'm curious if you guys could educate me on that. I don't know what happened. Real quick, just want to give a shout out, but also make sure you're following us on the socials, the Trenches _HB. Check out the YouTube Hedge Better. You can see all the channels for the Hedge Better YouTube, all the individual shows, including the Trenches. Catch us if you want to see us in person. As always, check out the Hedge Better social media. We're on Instagram at Hedge Better, Twitter at Hedge Better. We got the trademark for Hedge Better now, so we can legally, we can finally.
Oh, trademarked and everything.
Well, because I submitted something to Twitter because for the longest time, some motherfucker in Ohio that created an account years ago and doesn't use it took the handle at Hedge
Classic.
Better. And he's got 17 followers. He hasn't been online for 3 years, and I can't use it because of him. So I had to go with Hedge Better _. And that's the only social media platform we don't have the Hedge Better handle at. So Twitter was like, unless you get a trademark, there's nothing we can do. So we got the trademark, and I filed my complaint with Twitter. So we're waiting to hear back. Twitter handle could subject to change. But the big news before we get into sports, and this is a little bit of a soft launch. We're not going full force with announcing everything just yet, but we do want to bring the Kings of Combat to everybody's attention. It is going to be an epic new event coming to the Boston area. Specifically, will be taking place in Braintree, Mass, July 16th. Some of the area's toughest dudes, best boxers. We have exhibition fights, pro fights, getting together for an all-day event. We got food, we got drinks, we got contests, raffles, DJs. Pull up is going to be a good time, guys. It's going to be a real good time. We got some big names that we're hoping to announce soon. We can't say who will be fighting just yet, but we'll be dropping that soon. Check out the website, www.kingsofcombat.co. Check out the social media handles at Kings of Combat. And make sure you're with it. Buy pay-per-view, buy tickets, tell your friends, share our posts. Follow us on Facebook. We got a Facebook page. So, I'm done plugging. What do you guys got?
Mom and Dad, make sure you follow on Facebook. Mom, Dad, auntie, grandparent, all y'all that are out there that check for birthdays like me, feel free to follow on the Facebook.
It's so funny because Facebook, I only use it to check people's birthdays. But
me too.
I saw something the other day because I'm usually mostly active on Instagram, but it turns out Instagram's the worst for just growing a brand. I guess Facebook still reaches more people than Pretty
definitely
almost
does.
like any other platform.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it goes like TikTok then Facebook, something like
Because
that.
you also have to think about it. There's a lot of older people who know how to use Facebook too. So that's how
Right.
you
There's
know
a whole
what I'm saying?
demographic you're missing on like Twitter and
Yeah, I
Instagram
remember
and
that
stuff.
part,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we got some news. And so some of the stuff you guys seem to know more about than I do. So I want to kick it to you guys. I'm curious what we got going on.
Bro, I have no idea really what's going on with the Jerry Jeudy situation. I saw it.
Oh, come on. Look at him. Look, SK already trying to opt out of it.
I'm not
he's
trying to
getting
opt out of
excited
it.
to talk about
I
it.
am.
Look at him.
I'm giving the backstory to how I found out the information. So my boy Matt
All right,
sent
all
me
right.
the
Lay it
text.
down, brother.
You know what I'm saying? He sent me a text from Adam Schefter saying that Jerry Jeudy has been picked up, blah, 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 but they didn't disclose any information. So in my mind, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, can't be anything too bad. But then again, with the whole, I don't know if everybody know what the YSL situation is. That's Future's like little clique and all that. They just got hit with the RICO.
Yep.
From years and years, like dating back to like 2015. But anyway, there's a lot of athletes that are affiliated with YSL or claim to be affiliated with YSL. So that was the first thing that sparked in my mind when I saw all this going down. Well, I mean, do you have any say in this? Do you think that it could be anything like that? Because if you look at the James Harden situation, he was always with Gunna and Young Thug, Lil Baby, all those people. And then he had to separate himself because shit was getting out of hand. Right. He also dropped off in the NBA world and ranks, but that's something completely different. But you know, something was terribly awry when you have to disconnect yourself, even when he was in like a good state in the NBA. Right. So I really have no idea what's going on with the Jerry Jeudy situation. It sounds more like it could be a domestic dispute.
So do we know?
Sure.
So this is just a guess that
This
the Jerry
is all
Jeudy. Okay, so we don't know it's connected to the RICO.
No
okay.
idea. Like,
So nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Adam Schefter doesn't know. He gets everything. He just knows that the cops picked him up. You know what I'm saying? So it really could be anything, but you know it can't be anything that drastic. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're not disclosing like all the information.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm coming from with it. I have no grounds or basis to back any of this up. That's just me
interesting.
thinking.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. I'm an investigator.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What you got?
I'm not a
Detective G.
An investigator. I'm not a detective. Professional football player Jerry Jeudy has been arrested in Arapahoe, Colorado. Sheriff deputies. He's been held at the jail on charges of second-degree criminal tampering. Make sure that's there with domestic violence enhancer. I don't know what it means by enhancer, but he's being charged with tampering, and which is a misdemeanor.
What exactly is tampering? Domestic violence
enhancer is a misdemeanor. Huh?
What exactly is tampering?
So, from my understanding, tampering is like you might not have actually been involved in the situation, but like say someone pulls up, has the gun at your place, and like you get nervous and you're trying to figure out what to do, and you take that gun and hide it somewhere, or you try to like get rid of it, or you move it around, you've technically tampered with evidence, of course, with a case. And second degree criminal tampering, I feel like you're not directly involved, but you've been like incidentally involved, or you know what I'm saying? In some kind of way.
And do you see where I'm coming from with the whole RICO thing? Because Jeudy played at Alabama, a lot of Alabama players, no rappers, all that's X, Y, Z. So I'm just going off pure speculation once again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Especially now that I hear the charge, that it's like it almost sounds like it's hey, you could have been involved or associated with something. That could make more sense. Okay.
That's why I'm just coming from. I didn't even know about the domestic thing until he just said it. I was also going off the speculation because.
Well, so I don't know what an enhancer is, so I'm not sure.
No, I don't know what an enhancer is.
What? So and actually, so I heard that. Future and them got picked up on the racketeering charges.
No. Keep King Future out of it. Keep King Future out of it. It was just Young Thug and Gunna who got picked up.
Okay, not
Future. Hey, Future ain't doing nothing wrong. What are you talking about?
Okay, but so what specific, like racketeering is like a very broad category, right? Like, did they say what was going on?
Oh, for his RICO case?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So YSL is like his like brand, his little clique, whatever you want to call it. Like Gucci has 1017.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that you would hear.
Right.
But the thing is, they're actually saying that YSL was a real gang. And like all the rappers that were underneath him were gang affiliates, and he was a head honcho. So he wasn't actually putting out hits. He was telling other people to put out hits. All that shit comes back to you. And you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many affiliates that they went to other colleges, all that stuff, knowing people are going to go big time. Come hang with me because I know Thug. I know Gunna.
Right.
Let me, you feel what I'm saying? Now they have different spots all over the country that they can go to professionals' houses. Like, hey, I need some, boom.
Right.
I need it over here, boom. You got what I'm saying now?
Okay.
So that's racketeering. Like, you're the head honcho, and you're putting out hits. You sign people on missions for robberies, whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So interesting. This is very interesting then.
It's all ongoing. This all happened this week. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the other thing too is I feel like there has to be. I don't know. Because I know like the RICO laws were initially like put in place with like the mobs and shit, right? Like back in like the age of 9. So I don't know what the technicalities of the RICO laws are, but do they have to like have direct evidence linking the people at the top to what's going on at the bottom? Or do you just have to be like, hey, this is like, I'm part of this organization and I'm a big name?
Let me break it down for y'all.
Yeah.
It's like this. A RICO charge is like your girl, right?
Yeah.
She has your phone. She's seeing all the text messages. She's seeing pictures. She's having actual videos, all that shit. So she has all her evidence compiled up, and then she hits you with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the RICO. We have all your shit dating back. And we have other people to corroborate with this story that's going on. And we actually have evidence. Now you're getting hit with it. That's why they immediately got arrested.
Oh, okay.
You know
So it's not like when you get arrested for something, then they try to prove that you did it. They already proved that you did it.
They have all their shit.
They have.
Okay.
They just
So
wait.
from my understanding, I think they have most of it.
Yeah.
And for like the rappers and stuff like that. And then because of rappers and their need to rap about all the violent things they've done in their career, they've been tying back some of the old rap songs that they've sung and put down. And it's literally lining up with exactly how they're doing the cases. So it's like they're giving them more evidence. So it's like what they said. That's why you see Gunna. He literally he pled guilty or something like that. I'm pretty sure he already pled guilty.
Yeah, he turned himself in.
Like he's like,
you know what I mean?
They have everything. But for Jerry Jeudy specifically, first off, I'm looking at what the enhancement means. I guess Colorado State doesn't have like a specific domestic violence. The stat doesn't have a specific statute on domestic violence, and that only comes if it's something that's really close to you. Basically, I think they're just trying to throw charges on Jerry Jeudy to see if they can get any more information. I don't think they're going to actually prove anything from him. I think they're just trying to get as much as they can get,
because they said
but they're not going to be able to
degree,
prove.
right?
So here's the thing.
It's second degree, yeah.
You know,
Second degree, but here's the thing that so here's what I'm thinking. If they're attaching some sort of domestic violence charge along with these same charges, right? And this is the same case. It's not like, oh, he could be involved with the RICO and then he had a separate incident where he got charged with domestic violence. Like, this is all part of the same case, same charges. Mm-hmm. It makes me think that maybe it has nothing to do with that, and maybe it was a situation where like him and his girl got into a dispute and he did something like destroyed evidence or like interfered with like the investigation when like the police showed up or something like that, and they called it like, oh, second degree tampering with like domestic violence. Because like I'm trying to think, it doesn't make sense to me. What could he have been involved with YSL that would also lead him to a domestic violence charge along with, you know what I mean?
But it's enhancement, and it's something
because you said they don't have a law for it. It's because they can't.
But it's like it's supposed to be, if you're close to the situation and it's an enhancement, it's like to enhance other statutes that they're saying. But
they don't even disclose the statute.
It's very loose.
Yeah.
It's very loose from a terminology standpoint on it. This is what I'm reading. All right. Yeah. It could have been updated and anything else, but I think they're just trying to get him on something, get information, and being like, yo, if you don't tell us something, we're going to lock you in with this shit. But like, if he's smart, I'm sure his lawyers can get him out of this. Unless they got fingerprints, they can't. It's tampering, right? So unless they got fingerprints or a video of him doing some shit, they don't got nothing.
Damn. Well, you know what? I feel like this has consequences to that extent farther than this, because like, if you think about it, right? Let's say his name gets cleared, right? Let's say he gets cleared. He's got a good lawyer. His name gets cleared. He's whatever, gunning them. They're fine.
Right.
But then some other people in the organization, like lower level, or like more people start going down. What's everyone's first thought going to be?
To turn, but that's the whole point of a RICO. You see what
Right, because they're trying to turn other people, members of the organization against each other.
They're trying to get as much as they can.
But so that's what I'm saying. So how, if your dude's like Gunna, like how do you, like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, because you either take the charge or you give them what they want, and then you're known as a snitch, and that's almost worse. So it's like, they're forcing this dude into a really shitty situation.
Yeah, that's why
that's what our man Wallow has been talking about this entire time. Wallow and Gilly and those boys.
I like those dudes.
I love those dudes because they're so inspiring in what they do. Each and every video.
They're Barstool?
They're like affiliated with Barstool.
Yeah.
But you never see them say anything about Barstool.
No, it's
really.
crazy.
And they had Prez on one time. But like, I mean, I don't know. It's so funny because it's like you think they would market more. Like, we have more black guys at Barstool, but like they really don't
market themselves, bro. I promise you on Black Twitter, Instagram, we know exactly.
Everybody knows Wallow. I mean, I'm talking about necessarily for Barstool and their brand.
That's a whole different
white frat. Instead of being the white frat boys, like we have this too, but they're like they're their own thing. But like for Wallow and them, like they do so much inspirational shit. Sometimes on my thing, I'll just repost him, and it's like you look at his thing. I forget there was a few other rappers that just did the same thing too, where he had met up with them, did the videos with them, told them that were like, "Yo, that street stuff. It's all like all good and good until you slip up one time in your whole life in your career, and the people that you brought up with are ruined because of it. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen? You're in the jail, and they're not coming to see you. They might show up for the first thing, but what happens? You're in there for years. They got to go on with their lives too. So it's like these guys. That's why I respect people like Wallow who are constantly trying to promote and like be like, yo, I get it. Y'all are good, but don't get comfy with your shit just because you got it right now. Keep going. Get away from that shit. You don't need it anymore. You made it. You're here. You don't need that shit.
And that should be another testimony to other kids that are in college. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that they got the NIL deals and all that shit going. Don't look to other people for that shit. Just make yourself the best you can be. Get your own bag that way. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said, we don't know what the hell's going on with Jerry Jeudy's situation, but he was a star in college. You know what I'm saying? And that doorway, that path could lead you to so many other people. Once again, still don't know what the hell happened with him. But
right, we got no clue.
You know what I'm saying? It's all like this just dropped in like the past hour and a half. So 2 hours, I would say. So I don't know. But hey, I got to get to the nitty gritty of this because it's been pressing me since last night. What the fuck is going on in the NBA, bro? What is going on?
What you mean what's going on?
So they didn't have Ja. You know what I'm saying? Memphis, the Grizzlies, they didn't have Ja, and they got smacked by 40 points? Celtics were up by 17 points going into the fourth quarter, and we lost by 3? Like, what the hell's going on?
All right, we can talk about the Celtics next because I feel like I'm going to go on a rant if we talk about the Celtics, and we're not going to have time for Memphis and.
Oh no, I just want to know what the fuck is happening.
Statistically, even though our man Ja, most improved, legit, a finisher now, this and anything. Statistically, I'm pretty sure they've won a lot more games without Ja than with him.
Remember, I said that fact a few shows ago. They had a similar record, or it's it's slightly better. Actually, it is slightly better. I'm thinking about it.
I'm pretty sure they're better without Ja.
But I'm saying, like, what the hell is that about? Like, how could you thrive without your superstar? That's crazy. And especially not just thrive without your superstar. You're going against the greatest shooter backcourt of all time. With Draymond Green, even though he went to the wrong Michigan. But, hey, we'll talk about that later. That's still my favorite play. But still, I don't understand what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't compute to me. But let's actually get to the nitty-gritty of it. How the fuck do you lose a 17-point lead going into the fourth in Boston where you know you can't let these motherfuckers hang around? Because I've been saying this. I was not worried about the Nets. The only person I was really worried about was Giannis, a.k.a. the Bucks, which he has been. Yeah, Chris Middleton was out. People were like, oh, we definitely got this. I was like, no, that man's a bad fucking man.
Yeah.
You can't stop someone who's 6'11", 265 pounds going down the middle. Yeah, you're going to get some of those charging calls, but at the end of the day, this motherfucker is a Greek freak. That's legit his nickname, right?
Legit.
He does shit and moves his body, contorts his body in ways that's not even fathomable to other people. But he's doing this shit. We had to do something different. I don't know what the hell we have to do. I don't know what Ime has to adjust in some of those late game situations. But whatever he did last night, that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, that wasn't it. We can't keep looking to Al Horford for saving us.
I mean, no, go ahead, Justin. You got it.
Like, yeah.
The Celtics or the Bucks did to the Celtics what we did to the Bucks in Game 4. You know what I mean? Like they turned it on in the fourth quarter. They outscored. I think we did that too. It was like a 20-point turnaround in the fourth quarter, and it came back and won. It's like here's my issue with this Celtics team. In the other night when I saw them go out in pull that fourth quarter win off against Milwaukee in that crucial must-win game because you can't go down 3-1 in that situation, right?
Nope.
I said to myself, maybe this is a different type of Celtics team because no matter how good they've been so far through the end of the season, through the playoffs, I've been waiting to see, is this the Celtics team that when their back's against the wall, when push comes to shove, when they are facing adversity and serious talent against a well-coached, mentally tough team like the Bucks as opposed to the Nets, right? How do they react? Do they revert to the Celtics of the past, the Celtics of the beginning of the year, Celtics of the last couple of years, or is this truly a new team? And they go in Game 4 in Milwaukee. They come back in the fourth quarter, and I said to myself, this is a new team. And then they come out.
Crazy, right?
Defense was crazy.
Defense was crazy.
Al Horford looked like a 27-year-old Al Horford, right?
Spry young fellow.
Unbelievable. Gave them life. And then it was perfect because Al Horford came in, gave them life, and then finally Jason Tatum got ignited at the end, took it over, sealed the deal. And I said, okay, this team is ready to take that next step. And then you come out and you do what you did the other night, and it's just like
They were smacking them last night.
the entire game.
From start legit till the last 2 minutes, they were smacking them the entire game. And I was texting a few people beforehand. I'm like, damn, this might be over. Like, this is the greatest defense I've seen the Celtics play since '08. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly what Kendrick Perkins was saying the other day. I was like, wow, like, this is really the best defense I was saying. Even watching it last night, I'm like, damn, he really wasn't in line when he said this is the best defense because I'm like, wow, we're actually putting on the clamps. But when push comes to shove, like you said, you have to have another switch in you. That's like some of the shit we said from the first few episodes of us doing this. You have to have that mentality. Because now we're at a position where everyone's going to think that the Celtics are scared. Or even if they don't, the Bucks smell blood in the water. And at that point, they know they're going to be home. So they're really going to try to close it out. How are the Celtics going to respond to that? I really can't allow them to revert back to how they were the first half of the season. Because none of them motherfuckers want to be out there and play.
And they go back to Milwaukee, right?
They're going back to Milwaukee. If we get the Game 7, it'll be here. But that debacle that happened last night can never happen again. There's nothing after this. You know what I'm saying?
Can I be honest?
Be honest.
I think the Bucks roll them in Game 6.
I feel it now.
Wait, hold on. Why are you gonna put that negative energy in the world?
Because
Why
that's
would you
real
put that out
shit,
there?
bro.
I'm gonna be in my hippie shit. I'm gonna be in my hippie shit. We can't be talking. We gotta be like, okay, there's what you want and there's what you actually believe will happen. I mean, I believe there are a lot of factors that can go into this next game that can make a huge difference, right? One of the biggest things is our three-point shooting. The size on the Bucks is just it's hard to match up. Our biggest guy is freaking Al Horford at 6'9", 6'10", right? When you've seen Giannis down below when he's literally doesn't even jump into jams it on us, right? It's very hard to compete with that. So when it comes to that, what happens? We need to maintain the perimeter. And some of our best games where we actually take it away is when we were shooting more than 35, 36%. And literally our game, we went lights out. We were shooting 47% from the three-point line.
Right.
We need to maintain that. It's hard. You can't have those nights. You're not going to have those nights where you're shooting 50%, 45%. But I believe we're shooting low 40s, high 30s from a three-point consistently because we're shooting like 50, 51% from the field goal range, and we're doing anything above an 85% from the free throw. I think we can pull through. I believe we can do that. What kind of sucked about the second half? Hold on.
You missed one of the bigger things, though. The refs, bro. They impact. You feel what I'm saying? Like I know exactly what you're gonna say. Like we can shoot better than them, we can have a better field goal percentage, all of that. But now the fact is, this is an elimination game. The refs have known the first 2.5 games that they were giving everything to the Bucks. Now they're like, shit, we're back at home. We kind of fucked them last night. Let me make it up to them. You know, that's my only problem because I know we can shoot better threes than them. I know we can shoot in the paint better than them. But it's the fact that the refs are going to be like, hey, he is bigger, but you got there a little late. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Giannis. But yeah, keep going.
Man, all right. Let me ask you a question based on your statement right there, right? You know, you played college ball. You did some league stuff for a little bit. Justin, you played high school ball. You did your own thing. What do the coaches usually tell you in these situations?
In what situation?
As in, the refs are giving you a hard time, this and anything.
Oh, keep playing.
Play through it, yeah.
Control the controllables and keep playing, right?
Yeah.
And what we can do, we can sit here and blame the refs. We can sit there and play for the game, do this. But if we can control the controllables, do what we can with what we have, then we'll be successful. I get it. What happened? You can watch the Mavs game freaking the other day, too. What happened? They were coming after Luka from the very beginning of the game. They still won. They pulled it through. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can sit here and complain and ref, but our defense in the second half was lacking. It was not where it was. You know, we held them to 40-something points. They scored 65 points in the second half. That just goes there. And I'm pretty sure I heard this stat on ESPN today. I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum went 2 for 10 from the 3-point line in the second half.
Yeah, it was bad. Like when I saw it was like 33 for 14 or some shit like that. 3 for 13.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, we might be scoring and stuff like that, but we need our closer. We need our guy. I get it. He scored 30-something points, 34 points in that game, and you can only ask for so much. But you know what I'm saying? When you're going against best versus best, and Giannis is over here about to score 40 fucking points, bleeding from his face. Jason, I need you bleeding out of your eyes, bro. We gotta be doing something better.
And I won't get on Jason for this. You know what I'm saying? For this. If you look at that last possession of the game, right before Drew came over and stole it from Marcus, Tatum was on the far end, wide the fuck open.
He was.
Why?
Calling for it. He had his arm in the air.
I mean, wide the fuck open with so much time that he could have just jammed that or just put a quick up three, you know what I'm saying? Tie that shit. But someone was going to be down at the plate, and he was just definitely going to get fouled. That was going to be an and one situation. It would have been cool. Or he could have just jacked up that three straight either way. But I still don't understand how you have a 17-point lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's a whole 12 minutes to shut that shit down. Not hold the ball like they were doing all last night. You don't have to do that. You can still be aggressive because the refs were still on our side. And yes, I'm going to say the refs again because luckily they were on our side last night. And that's a big part of the game. You know what I mean? Like, we just can't do that shit. And I really hope that we just don't get rolled. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm afraid of.
Friday, yeah.
How much of a difference do you think not having Robert Williams plays against a team that's clearly more physical and giving us a tough time down low?
It's a big deal.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was huge.
No, it's not huge.
But I believe mentally it was just like, oh, okay, I'm going against Theis. It's not okay. I'm gonna get pushed around and worn down. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get tired from having to get pushed around by Robert Williams and his explosiveness. I have Theis, who's a good player. Theis is a good player. I like when he comes off the bench. I like when he makes it effort. He had 11 points. You know what I'm saying? The other night.
That's all you can ask for him. Yeah.
But if I'm gonna talk about, I need someone to wear someone down, put a body on a big man, get him tired, have someone be able to throw hands. KG calls him like his son, basically, like Robert Williams. He's like, yo, that's my young man right there. That's my dog. He's like, I know Marcus Smart and him have that attitude, but KG looks to Robert Williams. Is like, yo, this guy is going to be something special. And honestly, you have to respect that from a defensive tenacity standpoint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want Robert Williams on the court. But his knee soreness, that's something serious. You know what I'm saying?
Get healthy.
That is something serious, and we want to look at the longevity of his playing abilities. It's not just about this series. Hopefully with the team, we can make it through because we made it through last round without him. But hopefully we'll be able to make it through the rest without him. and then utilize him healthier in the next round.
What's his
we'll
injury
see.
right
Fingers
now?
crossed.
It's like a meniscus.
Did he get shut down for the same thing he was hurt with
I
before?
believe so. I think he just.
So he
tweaked it
just
again.
came back to.
Yeah. He was just trying to be a force of presence out there, which he was doing, but at the same time, like you were saying, it's about the longevity of the situation. Like, yes, we got through Brooklyn, but Brooklyn wasn't a physical team like the Bucks are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a lot more physical.
That was a difference right there.
Okay.
And at this point, like if we can get past the Bucks, we just have to shut them down for the rest of the year. Hopefully, you'll be good. When we get to if we get to the finals, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you're just gonna have to shut that shit down, rehab it, come back stronger next year. But I don't even want to fucking talk about next year because I see everything lining up right now. They just have to really focus.
One rebound away from being up 3-2.
You see it right there. Just
I hate Bobby Portis Jr.
We're so close.
I hate that man. It's not even I don't like. It's not, he's a this or that and anything. I hate Bobby Portis Jr. I can't stand that man. I hate his picture at the beginning of the game. I hate his dumb sunglasses. That boy needs to get slapped. I want him slapped silly.
That's
the fact that they let him get that rebound makes me lose my mind. I hate that dude.
You said
he's
they
that dude that
managed
goes
each
to
other,
team. Bro, oh my God. Bobby Portis is that dude that shows up at team meetings, makes a dumb joke or prank, and everyone says, "Shut the fuck up, Bobby. Sit down. We need to practice."
Bro,
like you're a joke, Bobby Portis.
What
You
the
get out of my
fuck?
face.
He's like,
he owe you
stand
money?
that dude.
he's like a role player.
Jeez, bro.
God damn, I don't like Bobby Portis Jr.
Jesus,
man.
man. Yeah. I
No,
hope
yeah,
so.
I'm sweating over here. God.
I'm sweating here too. It's getting hot, but
muggy in
we were
there,
just
bitch.
saying we got to get the AC on. People who watch the video, if it looks bright, if it's well lit in here, that's because we got
baby.
these strong motherfucking lights in here that are just they're as hot as hell. They just emanate heat. Just but anyway, all right. So we got the Celtics. Celtics backs against the wall. They head to Milwaukee for Game 6.
You're going to have to tune me in on this one. I don't know about the Bruins, bro.
So the Bruins, here's the thing with the Bruins. Bruins, they were down in the series 2-0. So first off, Carolina's a good squad, right? It's a good team.
Oh, yes.
They kind of, the Bruins, not that there's any easy draws in the NHL, but Carolina is definitely tough draw for the first round of the playoffs. Good team. Bruins were down 2-0. They lost both the games in Carolina.
5-1?
5-1, yeah.
God.
They lost the other night, 5-1. So almost a similar situation to the Celtics, where they crawled back into the series, right? Bruins were down 2-0. They tied it back up 2-2. And then the other night, Carolina just dumped on them. So tonight, we got Game 6. So Carolina's looking to close it out. Bruins looking to make it force a Game 7 here. So, we'll see.
5-1.
I mean, I have hope for the Bees, honestly. Believe it or not. Don't, Steve, I don't know if you watch those games. Don't let those scores fool you. I don't know if you watch those games because
the
last game, you know what I'm saying, when they put up those first two quick, and now you're playing catch up so heavily the rest of the game. Getting 2 quick goals in the first period it's really hard to just go unless you're hot. And McAvoy just came back from being in COVID protocol. Honestly, the game without McAvoy on there from a defensive standpoint, they pulled it up 5-2 and won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the boys were going crazy. So I don't know. I'm with the Canes. Was it the Canes and the Panthers are the 2 hottest teams in the league right now, right?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, they're like the 2 hottest teams in the league right now. I feel like we can pull and maybe wear out the Canes, maybe break them down a little bit. I'm not going to put any bad energy out there, but I'm just saying we need some of that last win energy to be able to compete for winning the series. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
we
got
need
you.
literally their best to have a chance to make it to the next round. It's not like the Celtics where, we play our best, we're going to win, no big deal. We need to play our best just to maybe make it to the next round.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Both teams were very promising. Both teams came into the playoffs hot. Both teams, still in it, but it just
It seems like whoever wins, they win big. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They're winning by at least 2+ goals.
Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
we'll see. So we got the Bruins tonight, and is it tomorrow night that the Celtics are back in action?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah,
in
so
Milwaukee?
it's tomorrow night.
They'll
Bruins
be back.
tonight.
So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Look, both of the teams are now facing elimination games. I hope we can at least go 1 for 2.
Just one.
Let's go
Just
1 for
one.
2. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. If I had to pick one, I'd rather be the Celtics.
The Celtics have a way better shot of winning the whole thing than the Bruins. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie to you.
It's pretty tough.
No,
you know me, I'm a
it's
big,
easy choice to me. I'm going Celtics. I'm going Celtics all the time.
I don't give a fuck. Did you see about this new about Jared Stidham? This new news?
So what? We traded him to Oakland, right?
Yeah, we
Oakland
turned
won
no
Vegas.
Las Vegas,
yeah,
my
Vegas,
boys. Las
My bad,
Vegas.
yeah, Vegas.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because that's obviously where what's his name, Josh McDaniels is. So he maybe saw something he liked in Stidham, brought him in as the backup.
But my whole thing now is like, we're back to Brian Hoyer. You know what I'm saying? It's
You know,
not-
we drafted a quarterterback.
I know Billy Zappi.
Yeah, we
Is that-
drafted him.
Oh, boy,
Where
he's
were you
from up
from
here.
again? Like Western Wisconsin?
Western Kentucky.
There it
Hilltoppers.
is.
There you go.
I knew it was red.
Yeah, it was right. But I think old buddy's from the Massachusetts area.
Is
I don't
he?
know where from, but I have a friend that I coach with at EFA, and he said he was working with him back in high school
Okay.
like a while ago. But
All
yeah,
right.
he went to Western Kentucky, the
The
Hilltoppers.
Patriots took him in like the 5th round or something.
They
didn't
did.
They?
They
That's
did.
still a prime draft pick spot. Like
He's
if you're
really-
the
he broke
Patriots.
so
I
many
mean,
fucking
what
records,
round was
bro.
Tom Brady drafted in?
Yes, I know, but
You're right, yeah. But that
I'm
boy
just
was
saying,
on the money.
anything is possible. I do think it's still wild that they picked up a Chattanooga offensive lineman in the first round.
That was.
I used to play Chattanooga yearly.
Yo.
Defense, they were straight. Offensive line wasn't anything special, but hey, that was back in like 2013. So
No,
2014.
you know that's just one of those moves that it just pisses me off. It pisses me off so much because you got teams
This
talking.
man taking a shot.
These guys, yeah. What do you got?
What you taking?
What you got?
Some Crown?
You got a little cognac?
I had to get this new bourbon whiskey real quick just because
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I got hot with
nervous.
Bobby Portis, man. I needed some whiskey to
he's
calm
just
down. a little
nervous
bit.
that old girls coming through and they coming to see the
Yeah,
movie. Bro.
you
That's
gotta calm
all.
the nerves a
We
little
got
bit.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't gotta be nervous looking this good. Come on now.
This
They call me
guy.
Don Gordon for a reason, my boys.
Don Gordon.
Well, yeah, I really don't like that move just because he understood the situation, he understood the game plan, he knew what Bill wanted. You know what I'm saying? But now we're back
Yeah.
to Hoyer and we're back to a rookie quarterback. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're not helping this man out.
No.
You're not helping Mac out at all. I mean, you're giving him a whole bunch of weapons, but the time that he needs for some other people to step in just in case, like a situation,
Yeah.
definitely not doing him any favors in that aspect.
No. 100%.
Can't learn that much from Brian Hoyer, who's just been a backup his whole life. You know what I mean?
I mean, no. You know what? I'm going to be very interested to see what the Patriots do this year because all signs to me point that they could take a step back as a team. Like, I see them as a prime regression candidate, especially and it's not that their team got much worse. I think they probably stayed around the same. Like, I like that they added Devontae Parker. That helps a teeny bit. And they picked up a receiver in the draft. That helps a teeny bit. But, like, I don't like that they lost J.C. Jackson. I don't like that, they lost a few other guys. I have to say, I think they could. Where you see all these other teams in the AFC getting better, especially every team in their division got better. I don't know. Could be tough.
they didn't help out that offensive line, man. And even if you like,
I mean,
no, like for real though, like they really could have got some prime candidates. You know what I'm saying? They really could have got some prime candidates. Then the first thing that they did was they trade their first round pick.
Traded back.
They traded back.
And
their
I
first
watched
round
some
pick.
good defenders and
Do you
linemen
see?
go off the board in
Do you
those
see what I'm
picks, bro.
saying?
Yeah, I do. And wide receivers.
All
dudes that they needed, I watched just go off the board.
I thought
See-
I thought N'Kobe Dean was gonna be a Patriot, bro.
yeah.
On God, I thought he was gonna be a Patriot. That was really, really disappointing. But I'm saying, let me get real quick back to the point. If you like that dude from Chattanooga so much, you know his ass is still gonna be on the board.
You know.
Or he's not even going to get touched at all because no other team was going to touch him. And just waited and saved that money. Because now what happens? If old boy is a bust, or he's not even kind of good the first year, they're expecting him to play this year, like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get your ass.
You don't get a first round without expecting him to play.
But
do you feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I went to go look at his tape. He was getting worked. I don't know if y'all seen it, bro. What's his name? Cole Strange?
Yeah,
Cole Strange. YouTube that. He was getting worked on one-on-ones. I mean, just straight up.
What are they like? So
straight up. I don't know.
One-on-ones are in game.
One-on-ones in game. I'm talking about it all, bro. I'm talking about his little combine shit. I'm talking about a few games that he was actually in. Like some of them was like late season games too. And was just getting fucking worked on some weak ass moves. Yeah. A weak ass spin move. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Does it piss you off?
And Bill, it
pisses me off because I know.
I'm starting to lose that trust. I really am starting to lose that trust.
Unless something shakes this year, then I can't say that anymore, man.
The one last thing I'll say about Cole Strange, and I don't want to know. Look, I hope he's good.
He is too.
I hope he's the next like Nate Solder, Logan
Matt
Mankins,
Light, all that
Light,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
you know. But when you have teams talking about how they were looking at him in the third round, and he was projected to go early, mid, third round, and you have a second round pick. Mind you, Patriots have a second round pick. Why are you not using the first round pick on a first round talent that's on the board? You need linebackers. There was some young linebackers, still dudes from Georgia.
We need a new main. We need a really new main linebacker right now. We need a new
and some
new
good
Mike.
linebackers.
New Mike now.
100%. And some good ones came off the board. Okay, we watched a couple good wide receivers come off the board, and then we took a dude that would have most likely been available with our second round pick. So. That to me pisses me off a lot. Like, we'll see what happens. But on a positive note, before we kind of wrap the show up, because I know we're on a little bit of a time crunch here, the schedule, Patriots schedule is getting, or the NFL schedule is getting dropped officially tonight at 8 p.m. throughout the day. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there's been a lot of rumors swirling about the upcoming schedule. While we don't know for sure.
What'd you hear?
So just a couple things that I've heard is that the Patriots will be playing on Thanksgiving evening in Minnesota. Which is very interesting. I think that's very interesting to me.
Isn't your girl from Minnesota or something?
Same shit, Nebraska.
So close.
Yeah.
I might have to go to that game. I might have.
You're not going to fucking Minnesota.
Well, you know what?
I might have to. No, so my old teammate from Elon's the starting right guard for that team, and so I might have. I might pull up just to watch that game.
Well, bro,
in Minnesota on my birthday weekend? Oh no!
It get cold like Minnesota, riding around on boulders.
You brought up a good point, because that's actually the question I wanted to ask you guys to close the show out. So while we still are waiting for the final word as to the dates of these games, we know where the Patriots will be playing this year, right? So obviously we know they'll be at the Meadowlands to take on the Jets, right? We know they'll be in Buffalo twice. We know they'll be in Miami twice. But they do have some interesting road games, right? They go to Pittsburgh. They go to Cleveland. They go to Arizona. They go to Arizona. They go to Las Vegas.
We're going to Arizona?
Patriots. We're going to Arizona and Las Vegas.
I'll go right back to Vegas.
Right?
Baby.
So... Where would you guys go? Because I usually like to do a football trip every year, and before the pandemic, my friends and I, we would pick a trip and we would go one trip a year. It'd be a little guys trip. You go, you know what I mean? We didn't get to last 2 years. We didn't get to do that. So now this year, are you going Vegas? Is that game
Vegas.
over?
We're going to Vegas. You know what? Because we're going to Arizona. My buddy has season tickets to the Cardinals games. I'm going to Arizona. The boys, we're going to Vegas.
I wouldn't mind Vegas. I wouldn't mind going back.
Both would be pretty sick. I think.
I wouldn't mind, but I've never been to Arizona.
We're wearing suits too. We're bringing the suits out. We got all fancy shit. Good day, sir.
I'm gonna be real with you. On some real shit, I would not mind going to Cleveland.
You know what?
I would not mind going to Cleveland.
It's funny you said that, because I said that Cleveland was one of the sneaky good spots that I wouldn't overlook.
That's easy chance to go see Deshaun.
Oh, and they're playing.
That's what I'm saying. Give me the date of the Cleveland game.
We have to wait till
And
8, bro.
after-
We gotta wait till tonight.
I'm hearing it's like a six to 8 games potentially suspension, right?
Yeah.
For
If
who?
it's after that,
Wait,
With
for
6 to
who?
8 games for who?
some people were saying or hinting that he's going to be suspended for like the first half
Who
of the
is?
season.
Who is?
No, not Deshaun.
This
Deshaun?
is not like official. But people we keep talking about. If Deshaun's coming back next season, they're going to stop a suspension on him. And it's going to be like the first half of the season.
I don't know about that.
This is all hearsay. But what would you be surprised? I mean, he beat everything, but because it looks like it, and the NFL.
Well, I would be surprised.
You know what?
if-
It
if-
looked
if I
like
got-
he did some shit, but
I'd be like, yo, check the records. I just got proved innocent and all this. Yeah, I'd be
the
like,
glove doesn't fit. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
I'd be like, what are you punishing me for? Like,
hey, man, Tom
I'm
Brady.
giving y'all
Tom Brady
revenue, bro. Don't punish me.
yeah,
all I'm
that'd be
saying is
crazy.
Tom Brady didn't deflate those balls, but he still had to sit out. So would they make up some shit to throw him out, even though he didn't do it? Because he was accused, they have jurisdiction to, screw him. So.
Well, hopefully they don't. As you know, and if I was someone who was going to that Cleveland trip, or just in general as a Patriots fan, I want to see the Patriots take on the other team's best. I want Deshaun to be there. So
yeah.
Who do you want to go see? Like,
So-
what spot do you want to go?
So, all right, I think the two that jump off the page to me are obviously Arizona and Vegas, right?
Right.
Arizona's dope. Scottsdale's a great area. My girlfriend's actually there right now. I was there a few
nice.
months
Yeah,
ago.
Oh, boy.
Great
Oh,
area,
man.
great area, right? Vegas is obviously super cool, right? Vegas, like you can't go wrong. Either of those two spots, you can't go wrong. Warm weather, good time, good atmosphere, and good games. Like the Cardinals, Raiders, two teams I'd be pumped to see. The one location, though, that I forgot to mention earlier that is sneaky jumping off the page at me is Green Bay. The Patriots are visiting Green Bay, and I don't want to overlook the opportunity to see an Aaron Rodgers Lambeau Field game.
I'm gonna tell you something. Bro.
You know,
Lambeau Field.
it's supposed to be awesome.
I've been there.
You been there?
I was in there.
Awesome.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen, because I got in there, flew there, middle of the sticks hotel.
Yeah.
I mean middle of the sticks. Still going to facility. You seeing like residential
Right.
spots. I'm like, what the hell is this? I look along the border. It's like murals and like old shit from like the 80s, 90s, like 2000, all the way up to now that
That's
people
dope.
just keep drawing on of like current players or players that were like good at that time. You know
That's
what I'm
sick.
saying? Then you finally pull up there and it's like the Omega. Like the fucking Omega just right there in the middle, bro. In the middle of
The town,
nothing.
right? It's like in the
bro,
middle,
it's just
yeah.
right in the middle. Like you could tell, like this was a first spot. They were like, we're just gonna put an NFL team here, and
I
we're
love
kind of good.
that.
Now we're actually really good, and like we're not moving.
What's the scene like in Green Bay around the stadium? Is like if you were to go
crazy.
there on like a
Bro,
like
you're
a
not gonna
guy's
be able
trip.
to
Like,
move. You're not gonna be able to move. Like to be in like the parking lot. And shit,
no,
you mean?
So all right. So I'm
Yeah, what do you
obviously
mean?
like because so here's the one drawback, right? That I can see is that obviously I think going to Green Bay, like you said, like it's an amazing stadium, a historic franchise. Like I would love to go see a game at Lambeau.
Yeah.
The question is, if you were to build a guy's trip around this, right? What is there to do in Green Bay
You gotta
other
look-
than the game?
Yeah, I was about to
Eat
say, you're gonna have to
cheese.
look
Is
up.
there like any nightlife? Like what is the town of Green Bay, Wisconsin like? Was it like
Well,
were you,
I asked
I mean-
old boy, and he said the dude that was showing me around. He said, "Yeah, a lot of times you just go to Illinois or
You just go somewhere
Yeah,
else.
you go
All right,
somewhere
you
else.
go
Like,
somewhere
you don't
else.
stay
Okay.
here. You know what I'm saying?
all
But
right? Yeah,
I guess.
I mean,
that's it.
if you think about it, right?
yeah.
I mean, this is not for us. We too old.
Way
All right,
too
we're old guys.
Way too old.
But it's Green Bay, Lambeau Field, right? Isn't the University of Wisconsin right there? So
No,
I'm sure people.
no.
people get
So
along with it.
see, I looked this up
know.
because Madison, Wisconsin, is supposed to be one of the funnest college towns in the country.
Yeah.
2 hours, 2.5 hours from Green Bay. So if you really wanted to, you would go stay in Madison and then get out to Green Bay for the game and come back and spend the rest of the time in Madison. But like,
Nah, be hammered, and we don't.
Yeah.
promote
Yeah, I was about to say,
drinking
who's
driving
DD?
on the
yeah,
podcast.
that's
I'm gonna be hammered at the game. You don't,
Yeah.
don't promote drinking
So
and driving.
glad
and
Yeah.
there within lies the problem.
Yeah.
So
You gonna
Oh,
tell me
shit.
not to drink at the Aaron Rodgers versus the Patriots
no,
game?
absolutely
Out of your
not.
mind.
Absolutely not. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just a little fun to speculate. Who knows? Who knows where? Maybe we'll take some trips this year. Maybe we'll see a game. Who knows? I'm curious to see what the dates are. And you can't always overlook Old Faithful Going down to Miami is always a good time for the.
Never been to Miami.
Oh
never been to
no,
Miami.
you got to get down to Miami.
I know.
Yo,
Miami's always a good
don't
time.
lie to me. You know you've been to Miami. You just been at MIA and MIA. You know what I'm saying?
I've been all over the South, bro, but I have never hit Miami. That's
You
the
gotta
craziest
check.
part. Yeah.
Miami's dope. I love Miami.
I got a few spots for you, please.
yeah, I bet you
Hit
do.
my line after, bro. Hit my line after.
Oh shit. But yo, I know you gotta go. You got a commitment. You gotta get.
Yeah. Let me drop one more last thing. All right, this is the final thing. It doesn't have to go with thing. All I'm saying is, our soccer correspondent reached out to me after listening to last week's episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up?
And he was over the moon. He let me losing. He was like, buddy, best episode ever. The best. Love this. You crushed it. Nice job, my boy. Nice.
Is it because we talked about Cameroon making the World Cup at the end?
I think so. Yeah, I think a little bit about that.
And then we talked about potentially having soccer correspondent for the World Cup.
We should.
And he's like, FYI, the World Cup isn't this summer. It's actually in the fall
I heard
slash
that.
winter.
Yeah, November they moved
because
it.
of like the heat and the weather,
It's
and
too
it
much,
being
huh?
not
Yeah.
it's been too much for the players. So we'll have to revisit it at that time. I have him. He's like, I will have all of my information ready, be ready to go, be able to do this, that, anything. He can go on a ramble. I get it from somewhere, so we have to keep it for a limited time. But we're gonna have to. He's our soccer correspondent, our soccer expert, so we got to keep him locked in.
Oh, we definitely got to bring him back. Hey, we should even see. Honestly, dead ass. You should see if like he wants to film like 4 or 5 minute segments on like soccer in the World Cup, and just we'll post them online and stuff.
Get them
Yeah,
that exposure, bro.
post them on the Hedge Better YouTube. Yeah, we got a little soccer corner. Because we don't do the soccer show anymore, so the soccer people out there, you got to give them a little info to digest.
Shit, that's enough for a TikTok, I see.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's talk a little about that offline. We would need to know exactly what he needed and then give it to him or show him what he should get or whatever to make sure he can do all that stuff.
Nah, you just have to film.
Because
Just film a video. Just film a video on his phone. Put it online. Put it in a Google Drive. I'll download it.
you know he's a dad, right?
Yeah.
You know he's a father. Has your father has your father ever recorded a video before? Like it's.
Well, if they did, they damn sure didn't know how to put it on a Google Drive. So yeah. So
exactly. Or it was like, hey, do you see? Oh,
yeah.
The game, like, Or be like, hey, it's a good video. Or it's just going too long, or he's just standing there like, have you started? You know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
You're right,
Well,
you're right.
hey, if he's interested, we'll talk about it for sure.
He's definitely interested.
Right,
He's anything that gets him to do anything fun outside of his normal day, he will literally jump to space. So,
hey, and you got once every 4 years, guys. Once every 4 years.
it.
So get in while it's hot.
You feel me?
2026, the
That's what I'm
next one. But episode 29 of The Trenches. We are coming at you again, as always, from Bridge, Massachusetts. We appreciate you guys for being with us. Wrapping it up here. Don Gordonis, KJ Fine. You know the deal. Social media, like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. Do your thing. Tell people about us. We will catch you guys next week for episode 30. We're getting to 30.
30. Oh, man, the daddy 30.
30.
30.
Be easy, guys. Take it easy.